Hello everyone, how are you going? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lucas. How are you? And if you're a subscriber or a returning viewer, welcome back. I hope you're all doing very well as well. Actually, better be careful. I sprained my neck this weekend, like right on my birthday weekend. And do you know how I sprained my neck? I sneezed. Isn't that just what you want after your 26th birthday?
Oh my god, it's not funny.
Anyways, let's move on. Today, I'm going to be reacting to Midnights by Taylor Swift, which was released in October 2022. Oh god, there's daddy long legs on my fucking bag. Get the fuck off it! So they're like dancing around there. Fuck off. I'm not the only person that thought that Taylor Swift would release a brand new album this year, because after she did her releases of Fearless and Red Taylor's version, I thought that her next album was gonna be another re-release, probably 1989, because she released Wildest Dreams and then This Love. But then all of a sudden, hello, new album. The Swifties are always onto it when it comes to Taylor's music. Obviously, they're her fans. It's definitely worth admiring. But I don't know much about this album in terms of its theme. I initially thought, and I don't know if I heard it somewhere or just sort of, no, I must have heard it somewhere. I thought it was, the songs were like telling stories of nights in Taylor's life that were like I'm not sure if it was like real events that happened in her life on those nights, and they were like bad or something. That's what I initially thought, which I thought would have been a very interesting concept. Apparently, it is a concept album regardless, so you know, I'm kind of half right there. But really, I don't know that much about this album. All I can definitely say, and I got a quote here from the Midnights Wikipedia page, which explains the main themes of Midnights. The subject matter of Midnights was inspired by 5 major topics: self-hatred, revenge fantasies, wondering what might have been, falling in love, and falling apart. Which means this is going to be a pretty moody, like, not in terms like a bad way, but it's going to be like a very moody album in terms of the lyrics and aesthetic. The aesthetic of the album doesn't look entirely moody. I say moody, but literally Taylor's holding a lighter with an open flame. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not a big Swiftie. Like, my history with Taylor Swift has been kind of on and off, especially in the early 2010s. You know, as an impressionable teenager, you know, the media were kind of really having a go at Taylor, and you know what? Looking back at it now, I'm thinking that is so shit. But you know, there were some songs growing up that I really did enjoy of Taylor's, but now I'm liking more of Taylor's songs in retrospect, but also just appreciating her more as an artist, especially in the last couple of years. I think again, as I grew within myself and expanding more of my music and just like not giving a shit about liking a song from someone that people in society or the media may or may not like. I'm going into this almost blind. I have listened to bits and pieces of Anti-Hero, and I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. Oh, and also in Ode to Lavender Haze, which is the first track on the album, I'm wearing this beautiful corduroy lilac lavender jacket that I bought myself. I love it so much. Oh, also, I just recently watched Ashley Ippolito react to Renaissance. Tell me why she has Cuff It and Plastic Off the Sofa in her top 3 in her ranking, and I have Cuff It and Plastic Off the Sofa in my top 3 for Renaissance. I don't know. Maybe we just know. I mean, Cuff It, yes, I understand, but I feel like Plastic Off the Sofa, because it's not the most streamed song on the album, I'm thinking, I don't know how many people like this, but when I saw that in her ranking, I was shocked. So it's like 2 out of 3. One more thing before we move on. If you're a Swiftie and this is the first video of mine that you're watching, first and foremost, hi, how you going? And second of all, just to give you a heads up, the way that I react to music on my channel, I listen to the production and the vocals first. Lyrics are something that I may, if I happen to do so, maybe can talk about or try and understand on the first go, but either I have to listen to it several times to understand it, or, you know, I might just have to look it up, because sometimes meanings in lyrics or like knowing the story of a song on a first reaction That's not for me. Not that it's not for me, I can't do that. Like, that's not how I function, but that's fine. I can try. I might be way off, but you know what? At least you're here to enjoy whatever the fuck this turns out to be. Oh my god, not my sister literally listening to Lavender Haze before I start. What the fuck? Okay, let's get started with track number 1, Lavender Haze. Whoa. Oh, I'm liking this beat. Oh, okay, alright.
Oh my god!
Give me a minute, hang on. Oh, I love that bit. Okay. Give me one moment. Let me just put this in my playlists right now because I see where Miss Swift is heading at. Wait. What is this? Again, I probably won't be able to talk much about the lyrics for this album because I'm not going to be able to go into much depth about it. But aside from Anti-Hero, I don't know how the rest of the album was going to sound like. But if Lavender Haze has anything to go by for the rest of this album, I'm really excited about how this is going to turn out. This is probably the first time I'm going to be listening to like a Taylor Swift album in full. So this is going to be a full-on first experience for me. When I heard the initial beat of the song at the beginning, I was shocked because I'm like, this is where we're starting off with. This is how we're going to start the album. Like, woof. You know, I can't believe that. And just the certain like vocal additions in the chorus, which and it just helps to emphasize the song. Like, wow. Like my neck was dancing uncontrollably, and it shouldn't because like it's in pain right now. I'm gonna be in agonizing pain, but it's not because of this album. But from what I got from the lyrics, you know, what did I get from the lyrics? She's a lyricist. She's a songwriter. We all know this, but the meaning behind these lyrics, just like Taylor Swift says in this song, all this shit is new to me. I just feel like her lyricism is complex because I feel like there's so many layers to her songs that I don't even know how to unpack them.
It just seemed super surreal. Everything was next level.
But regardless, I'm loving Lavender Haze, and just the way it sounds. Again, it is giving that sort of the moodiness that I was expecting from the album, and just the aesthetic of the album cover. Lavender Haze, it's giving the aesthetic in audio form. I love to see it. Let's move on to track number 2, Maroon. The t-shirt that I literally wore like for all this day, it was like a cherry red. Sorry, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. You should be telling me that, Taylor.
I'm nodding like I understand, but I'm not so sure I do.
Ooh, okay. I'm liking how it's like gone quiet all of a sudden. I might have to sit on Maroon for a bit because I like the way it sounds, but I don't know if it's a song that I might listen to later, afterwards. I mean, I probably will. I reckon I'll probably give this song a couple of goes. I think, especially because Anti-Hero is the next song, I like how Maroon sits in the middle between Lavender Haze and Anti-Hero, because I know those two songs are a lot more, not upbeat, but Maroon's a sort of a different tone to Lavender Haze and Anti-Hero, that I think the fact that it's the second song after Lavender Haze, sort of going down, easing into the rest of the album. The ambience. I feel like with this song and the rest of the album, I'm just going to be laying back, just sort of listening, sinking into feelings that are being brought out, and the, I guess, emotion that's coming out from this album. The different colours of red in the chorus, burgundy, rust, I guess. I mean, rust can be a colour, I guess. Scarlet, maroon. But the lyrics itself, the meaning itself, it's not beyond me, but I'm not too certain, and I don't really want to go ahead and just sort of make assumptions, because I feel like it's too complex to sort of go about it, so that's fine. Next up, track number 3, Anti-Hero.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people, I end up in crisis. All this time. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. And I'm a monster on the hill, pierced through the heart, but never killed. My covert narcissism, my disguise is altruism. I'm the problem, it's me. And he must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. My daughter-in-law kills me for the money.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, oh, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
She's laughing up at us from hell. Everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror.
Ooh, okay. Like I said in the beginning, I only heard bits and pieces of the song. I haven't heard the whole thing, but yeah. I'm really glad that Taylor made this the lead single for Midnights, because I think the song deserves to be a number 1 single. And as I'm sitting here now, this is currently Wednesday. It's not been on the charts just yet. Definitely going to be a number 1 song around the world, I reckon. It's Taylor Swift. The last 2 albums that weren't re-releases debuted number 1. You had Cardigan, and then Willow, and now you're going to have Anti-Hero, but also Taylor's version of All Too Well. That scared me. At least here in Australia. I don't know if it's the same. I don't know how it is with the rest of the world. This one is an easy one for me. Clearly, this song definitely, talks about, I guess, self-hatred. I don't know how much of this Taylor has poured in from her own experiences of self-hatred, but this song is a song that's telling a story.
I tell you what, Sherlock Holmes, you are unbelievable.
You saw, I literally, the whole having a dream about her daughter-in-law killing her for the money. Because I did not hear that lyric before. And then she's laughing at how hard bitch you thought, fuck you and your money. Where was I going with that? It's weird to think, but this, as such a song as Anti-Hero being so so much about self-hatred and just sort of viewing himself as, the no self-love club. It sounds bright and happy. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but that's what I get from this song. I love it. I think it's definitely my favourite of the album so far. With the first 3 songs of the album, it's definitely setting up the tone for the rest of the album. Next up, we have track number 4, Snow on the Beach, featuring Lana Del Rey. Alright, strings, come through.
One night of you, it might just have been you. In my flight was awful, thanks for asking. Snow at the beach, weird but fucking beautiful dream. But it's coming down, no sound, it's all around. Like snow on the beach. I searched for Aurora Borealis, and it's fine to fake it till you all for you like Janet.
Wait a minute. Shut up, Lana. Hang on. Now I'm all for you like Janet. We love to see references to fantastic songs. Stream All For You by Janet Jackson. Seriously, that's such a fun song.
It's all for you. Lying in a dream, stars by the pocketful.
When I first saw that Taylor Swift was going to collab with Lana Del Rey, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a Taylor Lana collab. But you know what? Considering how Midnights feels, I'm not surprised that the only feature on the song is Lana Del Rey, because this song definitely sounds like something that Lana would sing on her own. First she's high on the beach, now there's snow on the beach, you know. I was talking with my sister about Midnights last night, and she said that the album has a consistent style overall, and you know, she's right, obviously, because so far it is definitely got that dreamy. It is like dream pop. It just feels like a dream sequence at the moment. It's sort of like sitting in its own darkness, but there is lightness to it, an airiness to it that just kind of balances it out, if that makes sense. And you know what? Now that I'm listening to the song, Taylor and Lana's vocals do go well together. I'm not sure if anybody else would have thought that, but you know, like I wasn't expecting it. And again, didn't expect a Taylor-Lana collab, but you know what? Now that it's here, I'm not mad. I'm going to be really interested to see how I rank this album, because so far it's going to be interesting. Oh, look at me. Hang on. Wait. I'm just looking at myself right now. Hang on. Look at this.
Look how she gave there.
Maybe I slayed with the outfit. Up next, track number 5, You're On Your Own, Kid.
Summer went away, still the yearning stays. It's okay, we're the best of friends. I didn't choose this town, I dream of getting out. From sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes. You're on your own, kid, you always have been.
Sorry, I just want to say, just the way You're On Your Own, Kid, you always have been. I don't know why, that just sounded like she just threw so much shade at that kid. I don't know why, that just made me laugh. It just sounded so empathetic, like, not empathetic. The opposite, it sounds so apathetic. You're on your own, kid, and you always have been. Fuck you. Oh. Hello, synth. Ooh, okay. The instrumental is definitely... Oh, jeez, that scared me. Okay, so aside from me laughing at the chorus, because I don't know why in my mind it sounded like you're on your own, you fucking deserve that, you piece of shit. I don't think so, but the songs have a way to... now my sister's listening to Anti-Hero, what a shocker. And like I said with Snow on the Beach, there's something about these songs that have a way of sounding like you're bathing in darkness, but also you're letting the wind, you know, flow through you in the, like... Are you visioning the same vision I'm visioning? And if not, then maybe I'm blind. I don't know. And I did pick this up on another song. I forgot which one it was. I think it was Maroon. Some of these songs with the instrumental part of the song, like when you listen to the production and how it's produced, that's probably thanks to Jack Antonoff, because it's Jack and Taylor. Obviously, they're like partners in crime at this point. There's something about the way it's produced and how it sounds that it kind of, the way it sounds very like something that would be like very late 90s, the sound. And I don't know if that's playing off of the current nostalgia hit we're having at the moment. It just sounds like very sort of like alt rock of the late 90s almost. It just sounds very much like that to me, which I like because it sounds very nostalgic at the same time as being moody. This might be another favorite of mine because especially towards the end, it sort of built up, but it just felt like, I can't explain how I feel about it. Like it's just an unexplained feeling at the moment that I have about the song. I'm quite liking it at the moment. Next up, we have track number 6, Midnight Rain.
He wanted it comfortable, I wanted that pain.
I have thoughts. That's it.
My town was a wasteland, paradise.
Ooh, okay.
He was sunshine, I was midnight.
I love this actually.
It came like a postcard, but for him it's every day. So I peered through a window, and the life I gave away. He wanted a bride, I was making my own name. Changed like midnight.
What is this?
Just what we wanted, and he never thinks of me. Except on midnights like this. Midnights like this.
Oh, the way it just fades out just like that. Okay, so that was a very interesting song, and I have several things to say about it. First off, that chorus threw me off, but I lived for it at the same time. What? Secondly, this might be the song that has turned me into a Swiftie. I just feel like the way this album sounds, I don't know, it kind of feels like something slightly like left of field for Taylor, although it's kind of still in her realm, but it's like in a different direction, but it works for her. And you know what this song has made me think of? Has made me thought of? Now I want Taylor Swift to collab with The Weeknd.
My mind, it amazes me sometimes.
I'm just putting it out there. I wouldn't mind a Taylor Swift The Weeknd collab in this sort of sense. Like, let there be a Midnight Rain Let there be a Midnight Rain remix with The Weeknd. Taylor, if you're watching this, you're probably not because you don't even know me, but you know what? If you see this, or maybe like in the wavelengths of our minds, if this song comes out as a single, let there be a remix with The Weeknd. I would love to see it, especially with Dawn FM and After Hours. This is something that could easily be sort of like he could easily be put into as a you know.
No need to thank me. I'm not.
I think the only other thing I can say about this song right now, while I'm still coming down from this song, is that it might surpass Anti-Hero. Surprise shock, maybe? I don't know what the consensus is about Midnight Rain. I don't mind it, but it also sounds familiar. Like, as in, like, it sounds like another song that it kind of sounds like something else that I've heard, but I don't know what. It just has that feeling of familiarity. If I manage to maybe think of it before this comes, like while I'm editing, I'll insert it here. If not, then, oh well. I do want to listen to more of Taylor's music on this channel, but I don't know if it's because the kind of sound that she's bringing to this album is actually like something that I can be drawn more to. I don't know. I'm more excited about listening to Taylor's music in the future on this channel. Say no more. I'm 100% convinced now. Okay, next up we have track number 7. Question?
Good girl, sad boy, big city, wrong choice. A color I have searched for since, but one thing after. Can I ask you a question? Did you ever have someone kiss you in a crowded room? Do you wish you could still touch her?
These, like, those
Just
little...
a question on your mind with some dickhead guy that you saw. Can I ask you a question? Did you
Oh, okay.
ever have something? What did you do? After that meteor strike and but tonight.
Oh, hell no!
Did you leave a house in the middle of the night?
This might be another song that I might have to think on. Like, I mean, I don't know. Every time I feel like, you know, I don't know which song's gonna be better than the others. It's hard to know because I like how it just sounds so flawlessly consistent because it has the same kind of style, the same kind of sound, but they're all different, they're all unique. Question mark is a very interesting song to me, but on a first impression, it's not bad. I like how it sort of picked up with a beat by the second chorus, and I like the sort of like the vocoder additions to Taylor's vocals in this song, and I know it's done a bit on some other songs, I forgot which ones already, but it reminds me of Delicate, which also kind of feels like a song that if it wasn't made for Reputation, it could have easily been added into Midnight's, because it does have that same kind of feel, well, which it makes a lot of sense. Listening to it and those little like, I don't know how to describe it, but those little like those instrumental bits with the, I guess that would be sort of like using the sine wave sort of table. I don't know what kind of, it would have been, it sounded more like a sine instead of like a triangle or like a square. Maybe it was square, or it was like just a sine. Actually no, it might have been square. Regardless, you know, those little added bits to make it have a bit more of like an electronic feel to the song. Not just to this song, but some of the other songs as well. I think it adds to the moodiness of this album. Up next, we've got track number 8, Vigilante Shit.
Draw the cat eyes sharp enough to kill a man. I'm the worst of them.
Ooh.
They say looks can kill, and I might try. Lately I've been dressing for revenge.
Oh.
Don't get sad, get even. She needed cold hard proof, so I gave her some. She had the envelope, where you think she got it from?
Oh.
Picture me thick as thieves with your ex-wife.
Imagine that.
But she can tell you how it ends. Ladies always rise above. Ladies. Well, he was doing lines. And I don't dress for villains or for innocence. I'm a vigilante shit.
She's the anti-hero.
I can tell you how it
But imagine how tired we are. Imagine how tired we are of it.
Lately I've been dressing for revenge.
Hang on. And my sister's listening to Anti-Hero again. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean, a contender against Anti-Hero and Midnight Rain? Shocker. This is definitely a revenge song. This song... Wow. Oh. It's almost like a second part to Ready For It, which is Vigilante Shit. That's kind of how I feel about it at the moment. Because it's kind of got the same vibe, but it's more sort of condensed in its sound. But the lyrics don't hold back. They just keep pulling the punches. And again, like I said before, it kind of plays on the anti-hero sentiment that she has in, obviously, Anti-Hero, being the vigilante, because she's not dressing for villains or innocents. You know, she's on that vigilante ship, which, you know, it can easily just be an anti-hero sort of thing. I'm quite shocked. I'm shocked and surprised, but I'm living for it at the same time. Okay, this album is definitely exceeding my expectations. How is this gonna... Oh, fuck. I don't know. I can definitely see myself in the car at night, driving to this. In the moment, feeling every feeling that I get from the song and soaking it up through my pores. Yep. Next up, track number 9, Bejeweled.
Baby love, I think I've been a little too kind.
Jeez.
Putting someone first only works when you're in their top 5. I'm going out tonight.
Cool.
They asked, do you have a man? I can still say I don't remember. The polish up real nice.
Yeah. Again, it just feels happy almost.
When I walk in the room, I can still make the whole place shimmer. Diamonds in my eyes. I polish up real. Sapphire tears on my face. Sadness gotta show. Let's believe I'm still bejeweled. Familiarity breeds contempt. So put me in the basement when I'm
I like how it just sort of lingered a bit towards the end with sort of like the glistening sound. The production sounds very glistening and shimmery, kind of like jewels, so the sound fits the theme. Although I'm not too sure how I feel about the song. Definitely not going to be one of my favorites. I can see that now. I'm not feeling it as much as I am feeling with the other songs, so that's okay. And especially after Vigilante Shit, that doesn't help with Bejeweled's case. Maybe I might listen to it again, but especially with some of the other songs that are on this album, I can't guarantee it. Next up, track number 10, Labyrinth. Hang on, I feel like I should be doing that same. I feel like this is how you should be listening to this album. This is an interesting song. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Ooh, but I'm liking Taylor's vocals in this song. Oh, Jesus. Huh. Another fade out. Okay, so that song, first I wasn't too sure how I felt about it, but Taylor's vocals in like the verses where she's like, don't. At first I felt like, this might be sort of down the bottom of my ranking. Not at the bottom, but like towards the bottom, because I wasn't too sure how I felt about it. And I like how it came in after the second chorus, where it amped up the final part of the song. I wasn't expecting it, and it works so well. I'm gonna say this now, this album, the way it was crafted is sublime, I reckon. At this point, I'm not even focusing on the lyrics, I'm just like getting into the sound of it. But wow, never in my life would I think I would really enjoy a Taylor Swift album as much as I am doing now. Like, I don't know if it's because of how it sounds and I'm more attracted to that. I don't know, because I'm really open to different sounds and styles of music. I can easily always get drawn back to pop for me. In this year of 2022, I'm not hearing much sort of like the dream pop mixed in with the moody aesthetic. It's not like it hasn't been done before. I don't know if it'll set another trend in the next year or so. I don't know. Hopefully not, because having a sound of its own for an album without it being considered a trend-setting album for trend followers is always nice, because then it has more of an individual identity. I don't know, am I rambling on now at just about shit? Not the vigilante kind. Next up, track number 11, Karma.
You talking shit for the hell of it, cause if you dare, you see the glare of everyone you burn just to get there. I keep my side of the street clean. Karma is my boyfriend, Karma is a god, Karma's a relaxing vibe.
Oh, okay, alright.
Me and Karma vibe like that. It's coming back around. Sweet like honey, Karma is a cat, purring in my lap from all those years. Ask me what I earned from all those tears. Karma takes all my friends to the summit. Karma is the breeze in my hair on the weekend. Karma is my boyfriend.
Ooh, I like how that ended. I reckon that's probably my favourite outro of this album so far. I don't know if it's because of the melody and just how it just feels. This is another nice song too. I don't know if Karma was going to be, another favourite of mine, but I think if I listen to the song enough, this might be another good song, because I was starting to pick it up as the song went on. I'm going to keep my eye out for this song. And I want to say, we're at track 11 now. Honestly, that went so quickly for me. But track 11... and I really do feel like this song is a good sort of song to be where it is now, sort of towards the end of the album. But it's not the penultimate out song, and it's not the final song. And I feel like this is the perfect kind of song for it to be where it's at. Whoever made that choice for this song to be there, good on you. Brownie points for you, because that was a good move. Up next, track number 12, Sweet Nothing.
I spy My little tired eye, tiny as a deep inside your pocket. We almost forgot. They said the end is coming. Everyone's up to something. All that you ever wanted from me was sweet nothing. You say, what a mind. This happens all the time. I found myself running home to your sweet nothings and the voices that implore you should be doing more.
I love that it's saying like this the whole way through.
They said the end is coming. They said the end is coming. Everyone's up to something. Everyone's up to something. Sweet nothing.
This album has really surprised me. I like how it stays sort of like just with the piano and the bass in and out and sort of like the other effects. No actual like beats or like claps or anything. I think it works really well for this song. It's the least streamed song on the album. What are y'all doing? But what I also like about this, kind of like how I feel with Karma, I like that Sweet Nothing isn't like the very last song on the album. I like how it's second to last. It is the penultimate song of the album. It leaves room for the album to end on the next song's note. I do love this song. Again, ranking this album is going to be very interesting. I'm happy that Sweet Nothing is not the last song, because I feel like if this was the last song of the album, I reckon it wouldn't work as much as what Mastermind might eventually be. If Sweet Nothing was the last song of the album, I feel like it might make the ending of the album a bit too weak. So I'm happy that it's not. The song feels so minimalistic, but it just feels so nice. It almost has a cozy feel to it. I don't know if it's because of the fact that it's mostly focusing on the piano and Taylor's vocals. I will be interested to see where this ends up on the ranking. We are at the end of the album now, and we're up to the final track. Track number 13, Mastermind. I'm loving this already.
Once upon a time, the planets in the face, and the touch of a hand lit the fuse. Checkmate, I couldn't lose. What if I told you none of it was gonna stop me? I laid the groundwork. What if I told you I'm a mastermind?
Makes sense.
And now you're mine. You see all the wisest women. I'm the wind in our free-flowing sails. And the first night that you saw me, I knew I wanted your body. It was all my design. So I've been scheming like a criminal ever since. To make them love me, I felt the need to confess.
What? Don't you dare go on to me.
I laid the groundwork and then saw a white smirk. Knew that I'm a mastermind, and now you're mine.
I reiterate, I'm happy that Sweet Nothing wasn't the final song and that Mastermind was, because that is the perfect way to end this album. The way that it was constructed in terms of the track list, having Mastermind as the last song on the album was the right thing to do. I'm glad it went Karma, Sweet Nothing, Mastermind. I think that's perfect. Any person that was in charge of or had control over the way the track listing went, congratulations. Like, round of applause to you, really. Mastermind felt like a finale song. It felt like the finale song of the album. The way it sounded, it sort of built up towards the end and just ended. And that sort of like the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do bit, it reminded me of something. And I don't know, it almost sounds like something that Daft Punk would have produced. The album itself kind of feels, again, like I said, on a moody aesthetic. But the way that Mastermind is the very last song kind of lifts the album up to make it lighter and airier than the rest of the album in its production and in the lyrics as well. I am shocked and astounded by this album. I didn't know how I was going to feel about this album. This was not what I thought, and I love it. I love this album. Maybe I'm a Swiftie. Twisty? Am I a Twisty now? Maybe I am indeed a Twisty. I said it. Fuck. Maybe I am the Twisty.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So, all in all, I am, in fact, surprised by the outcome of this album. After having the sister albums Folklore and Evermore, which were more folk oriented. Having this album now, it's definitely a big shift. It's not like it's something that Taylor hasn't done before, but it's almost like her and Jack honed in on the elements of that sound and made Midnights. This album, like my sister said, is very consistent. I do love that. The fact that it has the same elements and sounds throughout the album, but they're different enough that they're their own song, and there's nothing that's entirely too similar to another. I would like to see what the other single releases are going to be for this album, because I think Anti-Hero is a good choice. In my opinion, I reckon they should be... Lavender Haze might be a good one. I reckon maybe Midnight Rain. Again, like I said, if there is ever like a remix with The Weeknd and they made that like the single release, or just have that as like another release for the song, then I reckon that's probably going to do well. I sure hope that the Swifties are definitely getting fed with this album, because, I mean, I believe they will, because this album's great. I'm a little bit speechless at the moment, because this album is really taking me by surprise. Ah. Yeah. Taylor has done it again. I think I might be a Swiftie now. Swifties rejoice. But seriously though, let's put the 2020s into perspective through Taylor. She has released, currently now, 3 studio albums, 2 of which came out less than 6 months from each other. She also re-released 2 of her older albums. She had to literally re-record them again. 5 albums in 3 years, guys. Like, she is putting the work in this decade. And obviously there's no signs of stopping. I don't know what her next re-release is going to be, but considering she's released her version of Wildest Dreams and This Love, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 1989. I think it would be funny if it wasn't 1989 and it was like, I don't know, like Speak Now or something. I don't know. Definitely several songs that are worth listening to again for me. And I know that the songs of this album are going to sweep the charts this weekend. It's going to happen. I know that for sure. Thank you very much for sticking around. Give this video a like, subscribe if you're enjoying my content. Comment down below, what is your favourite song on the album? Or songs, because there are going to be several. And your thoughts on Midnights, and if you like the album or not. And hit the notification bell so you can get notified on when I upload. I suggest, if you haven't listened to this album already, go ahead and listen to it and listen to the whole thing. See how you feel about it, because it... Mate, thank you very much. Take care, live your best life, and I will see you all very soon. See ya. Was that too high? See,